Something to say.
What?
So, you know, Joy celebrated 20 years, and she is one of our fearless leaders. We adore her, but someone else doesn't seem to adore her the way we do.
Gee, I wonder who that could
we
be.
have a clip, I believe.
Where should I start?
You know, the division in the country right now, that it's so hard for people just to get past that we can disagree and still be cordial with one another. People need to calm down, get a little less politically correct, and I would say, you know, love everybody except, I'd say, screw that Joy Behar bitch. Everybody.
You cannot say that.
I mean, lady.
We apologize for that.
Hey, we all love this country, and, you know, let's have different ideas, but try to move forward and be more together and realize at the end of the day, we're all Americans.
So what did he call me?
Now, you know...
Did he say to call me a bitch?
Yes. And you come for one of us. You came for all of us, Kid Rock.
This bitch and these bitches will be happy to have you on the show and have a beer. Let me tell you this, though.
That's right. Come on Monday, Kid Rock.
Yeah, I'm happy to have, hash it out with him, but he's going to have to do better than beer with me. Okay? If he's going to call you a bitch, the least he can do is show up here with Blue Label. If not, I don't want anything.
Yeah, a little whiskey, a little bourbon, a little champagne.
I thought Steve Doocy handled, that's a show I used to anchor, and I thought the way he handled it right in that moment to apologize and to admit that, like, this should not be said. I've been in those moments where someone called President Obama, former president, a racist on the air. And you have to react in those moments because that doesn't represent who you are.
Right.
And so it's important to point out that they handled it well.
They did.
But what is it about me that he feels the need to say that, though? Who am I?
We need to get him on and ask him
I'm just a comedian on a show. Why doesn't he go after the big
You're
shots?
a very powerful voice. You're a very powerful voice
apparently.
in this country.
Who knew?
But I want to say first, I don't agree with calling any woman a bitch for having a political opinion. People do it to me all the time. I don't agree with that. I will say that what surprised me about Bob, it's his real name, doing this, is, and I feel like
Kid Rock's real name is Bob?
Yeah, and I know that. Bob Ritchie.
That's Bob.
But what I will say
about
is
Bob?
I have had many interactions with him because he performed at Buffalo Chip in South Dakota at the Sturgis biker rally, introing my parents. He's a big Republican. He actually did something with Sean Penn where he was talking about bringing the country together. So this is very off tone for where he's been, and I'm very surprised by it. I agree, you come for one of us, you come for all of us at this table, hands down. I love you, Joy, you know that. Thanks for looking up when I say that. Really appreciate it. You know what, I'm done, actually. I'm defending you.
You don't want beer,
You know what?
I would have a beer. I don't think it's appropriate what he said, but
It's not.
I don't.
Listen, I'm having a difficult week. Too much attention on me. Yesterday it was a whole big thing. Today it's another. You got to take it.
You know something, but also I want to say,
possibly be having a difficult week. I mean, Robert Mueller and Michael Cohen gave you the best 20th anniversary gift that you've gotten.
That's very true.
Okay, let's talk about that. So, and you know what? Thank you, Megan. I appreciate that.
I wish that he would practice what he preaches, as we all should practice what we preach, coming together because we are all ultimately Americans.
You know what's great? Fox had to apologize for something.
They did.
And with your name in it.
Yeah, that's right.
And that should be your 20th anniversary gift, Fox having to apologize to you.
Well, between that and on the heels of Michael Cohen's bombshell testimony that he lied about his contact with Russia.
Who's zooming who in D.C.? Paul Manafort may have been a mole for the White House inside the Mueller investigation this whole time. Is this why you know who said in an interview that a pardon is not off the table? And right before we went on air, you know whose former lawyer, Michael Cohen, pleaded guilty to misleading Congress about contact with Russia. Is Trump freaking out because people and things are closing in? Did Manafort play Mueller like a fiddle? Who has the upper hand here?
It is like a soap opera.
It is a giant soap opera.
It is.
I know, he says he's not going to The Apprentice anymore. This is The Apprentice.
It is.
This is the reality show. We're all trapped in the middle of it.
I got to tell you, this news about Michael Cohen, we always knew when Michael Cohen flipped that he probably had some significant information. Now he's pled guilty to lying in front of Congress about the Trump Tower plans, that the Trump Tower was going to be built in Moscow. So he said, you know, everything ended when Trump became president in January of 2016. Now we know those conversations continued through July 2017.
Well, we knew that then.
But that means that
somebody had to prove
Michael Cohen lied to the public, to the Congress, and the president lied to the American people about his financial dealings. I know. But the thing is, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, but Trump says, this is what I saw him 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, Trump just spoke.
Going on and on, bloviating on and on because he's so nervous. But he said that there was no deal. There was no Moscow Trump Tower.
Yeah.
So it never happened. So what's the big deal? What do you say to that?
It is a big deal because if it happened, if these negotiations were going on while he was president, it's precisely what the framers of our Constitution wrote in to protect the American people against, because we want to make sure that this president, any president, is not putting his self-interest before the interests of the country.
And is there a smoking gun here, do you think?
I think so.
What would
Smoking buildings.
There'll be documents, you know, negotiation documents. There could be tapes. That's the funny thing when people lie to federal prosecutors. Don't they know that federal prosecutors usually don't even ask questions they don't know the answer to already?
True.
Like, they have the Federal Bureau of Investigation working for them.
They're
the best investigative tool in the world.
They're usually asking questions they already have the answers
We always
to.
do that.
That's
we always
why
do
not
that.
having Manafort, I don't think, is a huge deal for Mueller. And it also sadly doesn't surprise me that Cohen has lied to Congress and that Manafort's
lied to
lawyers, I mean, with Trump's lawyers,
prosecutors.
because these are bad guys. It's not like he surrounded himself with upstanding
But that's not what
citizens.
Trump says. Trump says that they're very brave, that Michael is not
Not
brave.
Michael Cohen. He called him weak just
Right.
a moment ago.
The others, because the other ones are not flipping. Those are ready to get pardoned.
But there's also a chance that the public doesn't even get the results of this report. Right? I think there's this idea that Mueller's going to stand in front of the camera and he's going to, you know, list a bunch of things that they found. But ultimately, Mueller gives it to Whitaker. That's why his role is so important, because Whitaker, the Attorney General, can then decide to just keep it quiet, just give an outline to
But
Congress,
there's so many leaks.
or release it.
It'll leak. Today's a good day. Today is
Probably.
a good day for Donald Trump to resign. I really believe that. 20 years for me. That would be my gift.
For 20 years on the
That's my
View.
gift. If he would, Donald, do it for me.
Well, it's really closing in, right? I mean, Mueller's investigation is so
I'm sorry, I don't like working in hypotheticals. We don't know what we don't know yet. That's what Abby, I think you just said right there. And that we don't know what happens until Mueller comes out. The thing that makes me the most angry is the idea that Paul Manafort could possibly be pardoned. His relationship with Trump aside, his lobbying firm was nicknamed the Torturers Lobby for spinning foreign dictatorships, including governments in Nigeria, Kenya, Zaire, Equatorial Guinea, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, and the Ukraine. Blood money. He's a traitor to the United States of America, one way or the other. You should not, and like, all this other stuff aside, he helped Vladimir Putin. He's a traitor to the United States of America. If he is pardoned, I don't know what I'm going to do on this
he's
show.
Gonna pardon him. I think he has to save the pardons for his children, frankly. Because
Good Lord.
you can't
He's got
pardon
a lot to
everybody,
give. He's got a
but
lot
there's
to give out,
a lot of
though.
kids in the family.
But there's rumors right now that's what's going to happen, and I think President Trump himself said it's not off the table.
He said it's not off the table. Although, if prosecutors are smart, they'll charge him on the state level, and then there's no presidential pardon for that.
So basically, Whoopi, who has the upper hand?
Great,
Mueller
Sonny.
has the upper
Thanks
hand,
for
I
that
think.
news.
Well, right now-
I feel better, Sonny. Thanks.
Before we go to break, what have we learned that we don't know? What we don't know. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics. Sonny Hassan has a correction.
Yeah, just one quick thing. So Cohen says he told the court that he was still engaged in discussions about the Trump Tower project as late as June 2016 when Trump was campaigning. Because remember, Trump said during his campaign he had no business interest in Russia. Cohen went on to say during his plea that those business interests were not severed and in fact continued into Trump's presidency.
This could be it.
So
This could be it.
just want to put the timeline out there.
Thanks, Sonny.
Well, it's either him, I think Michael Cohen, or Stormy Daniels going to get him.
Yeah, or a combination of both.
Yep.
I'm going to let that go.
I know.
In the meantime, we're going to get to see Kid Rock this hour because you just heard his music on the way in, and Steve is down there in Nashville right now at his new restaurant.
That's right. All right, Steve Ducey is live in Nashville. At least we asked him to go there, and he's never looked cooler.
Look at that. He looks like a rock star.
Great look, Steve.
Thank you very much, Ainsley and Brian and Ed. Listen, I'm in Nashville because tonight my wife and I are going to do a book signing at Walmart in the Nashville area at in the town of Franklin, 6 p.m. And then tomorrow we're going to be in Alabama and Gardendale at 3 o'clock. There's my ride. They're here. Anyway, because we're in Nashville, I got this crazy suit. How beautiful is it? It's a Manuel. It's an exclusive. I wear it very well, right? Yeah. But you know who wears it better? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. It's Kid Rock! is a big day. We've been talking about you coming on Fox and Friends for years, and today is the day. And you got a beautiful restaurant here in the heart of Nashville.
And I'm all hopped up on coffee and Bailey's. Let's go.
Wait, you have Bailey's here?
We have a little bit.
I think so as well. Now, tomorrow's a big day because you're going to be the Grand Marshal of the big parade here in Nashville, right?
Yes, sir. We're expecting a little weather, but we're still hoping we can get through it.
And who's going to be riding with you in your special car?
Oh, my beautiful granddaughter,
Yeah,
Sky, right here.
All right, how about it?
Is that not the most precious thing you've ever seen?
It is indeed. All right, so many people, Bobby, have come today to be with us. We're going to talk to you extensively about your plans because you've had a busy, crazy year. We're going to talk to folks and you in about 20 minutes. But in the meantime, so many of the people have come here today. They have driven for hours, overnight, etc., because they dream of one day.
People need to calm down, get a little less politically correct, and I would say, love everybody except, I'd say, screw that Joy Behar bitch. Everybody.
No, you can't. You cannot say that.
I mean, lady.
We apologize for that.
I mean, lady.
Listen, she's just got a different point of view than you do.
Exactly. Hey, maybe we'll go on and I'll hash it out with her. We'll talk about it. But anyway, exactly, aside from joking, which I was, is just go out and, hash it out with people and have your thoughts and ideas, but be able to still go have a beer with somebody and just say, hey, we all love this country and, let's have different ideas, but try to move forward and be more together and realize at the end of the day, we're all Americans.
We are all Americans. How great was that? Well, thank you very much for inviting us here. You apologize for that language, right?
I did apologize for the language, not the sentiment.
Oh, well, we don't feel that way. We apologize for both. Bob Ritchie, Kid Rock, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for coming out today. All right, back to the studio.
All right, Bob and Steve.
Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.